Welcome to Level 2. The second application that we'll build in this course is a memory game called Memento. It's a 4x4 grid of tiles, and the goal is to flip over 2 matching tiles in a row. Once you match all of them, it will add a win to your win column. But the cool thing about this application is that it's not just a regular web app, but a progressive web app, or PWA. What that means is that when an end user visits your website, they will be prompted to install it on a supporting browser. Once installed, it will behave more like a regular desktop or web app. And I'll show you a couple of cool PWA tricks, like we can update a counter on the badge each time you win a new game. To get started, we'll first initialize a new React project, this time using Create React App. Create React App has a PWA template that you can specify when running the command. What it will do is integrate a tool called Workbox to automatically cache and optimize your application as a PWA. First, let's go into the app component and go ahead and delete all of the boilerplate code. Now, this app is a little more complex, so I'm going to do a little bit of preemptive organization. I'm creating separate directories for components, hooks, and utilities. Every component will have exactly one file, and every hook will also have its own file. That's generally a good rule to follow to keep your code organized. Now, one other thing you'll notice is that I have an assets directory inside the public directory. The public directory allows you to store static assets like images, and that's exactly what we're doing here for the different icons that we'll use in the game. You can grab these images from the full source code or replace them with your own images. In addition, you'll notice the index.css file has some custom styles in it. I will talk about these styles later, but for now I'd recommend just copying and pasting the values from the official source code into your project. Now, when it comes to progressive web apps, to actually install them on a device, it will need to be served over HTTPS. There are many different ways to go about that, but one of the easiest ways to get your website on the internet with an SSL certificate is to deploy it to Firebase. Other popular options include Vercel and Netlify, but in this demo, we're just going to use Firebase. To do that, you'll want to create a free Firebase account and project, then install the Firebase Tools command line tool globally on your system. Once that's done, you can run Firebase init hosting from the command line to link it to your project. It's going to ask you which directory to use for deployment. Make sure to type in build here because that's where React will compile your code to. Now let's go ahead and deploy our application. First run npm run build from the terminal. That tells React to bundle all your code together with Webpack, and then run Firebase deploy. That tells Firebase to upload your code to the cloud and make it accessible on this web.app domain. Currently, it's just a blank screen, but by the end of this section, we'll have an installable progressive web app here.